Hey guys, here's the last map of After Brood War by Gabble. Epilogue. Epilogue to After Brood War. Very cleverly named. Seems like it's just a briefing or something stupid. Emperor Minsk, I am receiving an incoming transmission from the surface of Core Hall. Very uncharacteristic of Minsk to play it. Good. It will be the general bringing us news of our victory against that idiot Raynor. Patch it through. Opening communications channels. Now, Emperor, you are online to Core Hall. Very uncharacteristic of having to leave Core Hall, by the way. General Fairbrother, congratulations on your victory. I had complete faith in your... Then it seems your faith is misplaced, Arcturus. I just kicked your general's sorry ass off Core Hall. He put up quite a struggle, but your little coalition no longer has any influence here. The planet belongs to us, not you. No, I don't believe it. Our defenses are too strong on Core Hall for your pathetic little force, Jim. You're bluffing. You got the hell out and left your army to die, just like the treacherous creature I know you to be. Hey, don't take my word for it. Ask the general himself. He turned tail and ran when things got too dicey. My guess is he's heading your way. I'm sure he'll tell you all about it. You'll die for this, Jim. Aw, the poor Dominion robbed of one of its slave planets. Don't feel so bad about it, Arcturus. You've still got plenty of worlds under your control, plenty of people to rule over, and plenty of power to stroke that ego of yours. Stay away from Core Hall, and I won't be taking any more of your empire from you. But if you so much as breathe in this direction, then you'll lose more territory, just like you've lost Core Hall. I said Core Hall twice in the same sentence. Keep looking over your shoulder, Jim. One day you'll see me, and it will be the last thing you do see. Ooh! Okay. Dude, there's so much footage of me. I'm looking forward to it already, Emperor. End of briefing. There's so much footage of me, so many recordings of me, saying the cringiest fanfiction, stupidity-laden lines you could possibly get your fucking hands on, and I am a worse man for it. Hey man, thanks for everything. I couldn't have done it without you. Sorry to hear you gotta leave. Don't worry, I think we could take care of things from here on out. I know where to get a hold of you if Arcturus shows up. Why are they enemies? I'm sure he will, and I'm sure you'll be glad to give us a hand when he does. You put your neck on the line for Jim and brought me back from that nightmare. You're welcome here on Core Hall anytime. This is where she reinfests herself. Damn straight. Take it easy, buddy. This is supposed to be like, thanks for playing or something? I don't know what's going on here. Why is there a crashed UAD cruiser that we're... Jim and Sarah began the task of rebuilding their armies and fortifying the planet. Still smarting from the loss of Core Hall, Minsk vowed to retake the world. He's still regarded as rightfully his. As news of Raynor's victory spread throughout the Dominion, many sons of Core Hall who had joined Minsk became unhappy with his leadership and defected to their home planet to bolster Raynor's forces. To compensate for his loss, Minsk tightened his grip on the remaining worlds under Dominion control. This iron fist rule made him many enemies, and led to a faction within his own ranks to attempt an assassination. The attempt failed. Despite this, his army grew in size and power. As he prepared to retake the desert planet, he burned to rule over once more. Wowee. Glad that you didn't even remove the fucking map revealer. Instead, you just centered viewed me away here. Or I guess... I don't know. Relations between Thandurus and Shakuris never recovered. Despite Zeratol's assurances of Raynor's innocence, the Thandurus Council did not remove the bounty on Jim and Sarah's heads. Many of the remaining Thandurus warriors began to search the galaxy for the two wanted Terrans. Zeratol vowed to protect them both from any assassination attempt, angering the Thandurus Council, who regarded this as treachery against the Protoss. Ambassadors were recalled, and war between the two Protoss worlds was close to breaking out. Despite being averted at the 11th hour through diplomatic channels, tensions remained high between them, and both Shakuris and Thandurus kept their forces on full alert, while they began the slow task of rebuilding their shattered worlds. What an unsavory ending to a disgusting campaign, honestly. Deep in the crust of Char, the new Overmind began to reach maturity. As its strength grew, the remaining Zerg, who had been rampaging directionless throughout the galaxy, felt its power as one by one began to return to their home planet. Their number grew at an exponential rate as the Overmind's power became stronger, and they regained their brutal purpose they had lost since the demise of the Queen of Blades. The surface of Char soon swarmed with countless Zerg ready to serve the new Overmind. Dumb. There followed the longest period of peace between worlds that anyone could remember since the downfall of the Confederation. However, with the Dominion preparing to retake Core Hall, Thanduran bounty hunters eager to claim the heads of Raynor and Kerrigan, Zeratol found to defend his allies, and the Zerg ready to do the Overmind's bidding, it was clear that peace would not last. The only question was who would strike first. I guess the idea of leaving it open-ended... The end! After Brood War. Cast. What? Jim Raynor. This is embarrassing. Sarah Kerrigan. This is poorly looped too. Arturus Menks. Zeratul. Oh, that wasn't even a loop. That was just fucked up part of the music. Artanis. Art Anus. Samir Duran. And then it... Oh, wow, it really is poorly looped. I wasn't making that up. General Fairbrother. Yeah, he's a character for about 5 maps. The Unclean One. The Broodlinged One. Very few animals were hurt during the making of this series. Wow. Gabble comes out as an animal abuser. A dog was shot and a few cats suffocated, but that's about it. Whoa! Holy shit. I like the cut of this guy's Jib Raynor. Oh, and one of the Goliaths stepped on a duck. Never mind. Forget everything I just said. It was the duck's fault anyway. Wow. Well, there's your campaign, man. Force 1 and Force 2. Classic. I have 4200, which means 420, which means 42. So, pretty good there. I'm honestly tempted to not even do a review of this production, but I guess I should just for posterity's sake. I got like nothing to say. It probably won't be as structured as the last 2 reviews I did, because I don't really think there's anything to analyze here, so it'll be a little bit more freehand. I'll throw it on the YouTube channel anyways, but what a disaster. What a production. I think my next couple of playthroughs are probably going to be of campaigns that actually have voice acting, so I don't have to narrate as much. It's really grating at this point to have to do that. But I don't really know if there are that many campaigns that have voice acting that I haven't played. But I guess this was an inspiration for many people, or many campaigns. It was an indication of, you know, the idea. It was just basically somebody else executing the idea of what's going to happen after Brood War. It's like very straight to the point with its name. It's just that the story didn't make any sense, and yet seemed to take more and more of the focus of the map's development time as time went on. You know, briefings got longer, cutscenes started to be included. At the same time, though, the dialogue was never respected in terms of its construction. Like, you have actual grammatical errors in this, like to the point where it's just uncapitalized I's and stuff in I'm. Lack of apostrophes, lack of periods. Yeah, I don't get it, man. And then after that, you have the situation where, you know, well, I guess the last couple of missions were pretty generic, but think of the fact that we just went up against, I don't even know, I guess it was like 3 Terran campaign difficulties or something, and those AI, maybe it was Insanes that were just bugged because of like a retarded, you know, setup, like map setting setup or something. But that was supposed to be like the final, that was the final mission. Like, obviously this is talking about the previous mission, not this one, because this wasn't a mission. It was just a epilogue map, right? Cutscene. And that was the final mission, and yet we had 2 lines of dialogue, none of which were with Fairbrother inside the map. Like, we had Kerrigan saying something about when she loaded in, then a Marine said, "Oh, that doesn't sound good. Let's get out of here." I guess that was 2 lines of dialogue by itself. And then Raynor said, "Good job." And I don't even think there was any dialogue that said that. Was there dialogue when we destroyed the last structure? Or I think it was just instant victory, so it was just stupid. I don't know, man. There's never any sense that the gameplay is not telling a story that makes any sense, right? The gameplay is not telling a story that says your enemies are competent. Your enemies have power, influence, authority over their soldiers, strategy, some sort of intellect. I don't know. There's nothing. It's just shit. So, I don't know. I never really respected anybody in this production. So, yeah, I don't know. There's my mini review. I'll get my actual review out, but it probably won't be much longer than this video, honestly. So, yeah, unless I find some sort of way to parse this in a way that I think will be useful analytically, I probably won't do anything about that. But as far as the next campaign, whoever wants to recommend stuff or request stuff, obviously they're free to, within some element of reason. Like, I'm not going to play fucking Valadorn's campaigns or something, but yeah, I'll probably just be playing something that doesn't require me to narrate everything, because I'm tired of reading fan fiction. And that was my bus, so bye. Special bus.